guys, welcome back. This video, I have to apologize to you guys. I don't know what happened, but the clip of me where I introduce myself, where I do this thing, where I talk about what I'm going to be reviewing, the foundations, me initially putting on my first reactions, my first actual reactions, did not import properly the first time. So when I went to import it again to my iMovie, it wouldn't read the actual file, like it wouldn't read the project itself. So now every time I went to edit it, it didn't recognize it as something to be edited, and I completely lost that clip. And it's so irritating because it literally is the most important part of this entire video, because it is a first impressions video, yet I couldn't give you my first impressions. Everything else that you guys are about to see is like the first time I'm showing it, but the video of me actually putting it on right now, the one that you guys are seeing where I'm actually putting it on, that's not the first time. That's actually me today getting ready, because I wanted you guys to see like me putting it on. But unfortunately that clip got messed up, and I tried for 2 hours yesterday to fix it in my iMovie, and it just would not work. For some most annoying, just irritating reason, it would not work. So I'm very sorry about that, you guys. I love giving first impression reviews here on my channel, and I really hate that like my actual first impression was lost. But I really hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. I am reviewing the new L'Oreal Infallible Longwear Shaping Sticks. I am using the shade 407 Natural Beige all over my face. I'm using the shade 402 Nude Beige to highlight and kind of conceal. I actually initially really liked these shaping sticks. The only thing that I do say in this video is it doesn't actually dry down really matte. I feel like it has more of a natural finish type of thing, and I'm putting in video of me actually applying it. Not for the first time, this is actually the second time I'm ever applying it. And everything else after me applying it, all the baking and stuff, that is that day. Like for some reason, every clip got saved, but the very first clip, the very first time of me putting it on and putting on the primer and everything, because I actually am reviewing the primer as well. I'm so very sorry about that, you guys. I really hope this never ever happens again, but I wanted to salvage this video because that day I did check-ins, so the check-ins that you see are from that exact day. So it's not saying anything about matte, but it is getting really good reviews, so we might have a little hit message. We still got a ways to go. I'm going to go ahead and now highlight and kind of conceal using the 402 Nude Beige shade. I'm just going to go ahead and conceal as I normally would. I've never found a concealer this consistency that I like. Maybe, again, this will be our winner. I don't like the coverage of this already, guys. This one isn't covering the way I want to be covered, and I might have to build up this concealer, which I don't like doing with concealers, because I don't like my concealer to crease or look cakey under my eyes or look heavy at all. I feel like I look shiny. Don't know how I feel about that. Alright guys, well this is how we're looking. I do not like how this is looking right now. I definitely feel like I need a set because I feel like I look really shiny, and I know to a lot of people this is probably like a really nice finish, because a lot of people really like luminosity and like a natural kind of glowy finish. I personally am not a fan of that kind of finish. I like looking matte and just specifically highlighting the areas of my face where I want to highlight. I don't like an all over glow. I never have been a fan of that. I think it just stems from your girl having oily skin, you know, and naturally looking like a glazed donut everywhere she goes. I'm going to go ahead and set per usual as I usually would. I'm actually going to bake. Alright guys, well this is me after I've wiped the bake off. The foundation, it had to be set, guys. It had to be set or it wouldn't look like this. I actually had to set my entire face with the powder just to ensure that it didn't look like shiny anywhere. I'm in no way saying that this is a luminous foundation, because I don't think it's a luminous foundation. I actually can't find like where it says what type of finish it's supposed to be, because in nowhere does it say matte, but it also doesn't say luminous, but it also doesn't say natural, so I really don't know. For now though, I'm not wowed by it. I feel like the coverage could have been better. Building up was nice. The color tone, again, it looked orange on me. Honestly, right now the only thing I'm looking at is the longwear and how it looks after I've done my entire makeup, and there's something magical that happens once you spray setting spray all over your foundation. Like, I don't know what it is, but there's something magical that happens after you set everything. So I'm really looking at that. Done my makeup. I don't know where my train of thought went. So I finished my makeup. I did everything. It is 1:54 right now. This is what the foundation is looking like. It's not looking shiny. If I look highlighted right now, it's just where I specifically have highlighted, but it's actually looking really good. I can't really be mad at it. Like, it's not I'm really happy I said it because it was looking luminous, but it actually looks really matte right now. And I like the coverage. I fixed kind of the tone a little bit because it was looking really orange on me. But for now, it's looking really good. I like the way the rest of my makeup went on. Nothing looks blotchy or splotchy or patchy or anything like that. But we are only an hour in. So I will check back in a couple of hours and show you guys how it's looking. But for now, I can't really be mad at it. Come tell me how my foundation's looking. Yeah? Am I looking too shiny?
No, if anything, wood is up. I don't know any foundation jokes. The wood is up, solid. You look pretty.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's not creasing anywhere.
Creasing me.
It's not creasing anywhere. Is it breaking up on my nose?
We're never breaking up.
Okay. Yeah, no, we're still talking about makeup. That's fine. What I'm saying is the foundation looks good. What time is it?
You look good.
Thank you. What time is it?
3:55.
3:50. The foundation has been on officially for 2 hours because this is claiming to be a 24-hour foundation. So we will see. You guys, why do I like this foundation way more than the Maybelline one? I have no clue. It is settling so nicely. It is 7:12 right now. So I just got done with a class. I had dinner. Have been wearing this all throughout an improv class. Which if you guys haven't done improv, it's basically just really, really interactive random theater. So the fact that this foundation is wearing so nicely, like yes, it is getting a little oily. I will admit it is getting oily right here. But everywhere else, guys, it looks so nice. So if anything, what I'm getting out of this is I should probably just set it a little bit more here, maybe let it bake a little bit more there. I really don't know about the primer, but the foundation itself is wearing so beautifully. Like, I actually really like it. Do I think this is going to be a 24-hour foundation? No, but it's laying so much more nicely than the Maybelline one. It's raining super hard right now. I'm waiting for my car to heat up, but I really like it. Come on, how do I look?
How do I look?
How do I look? How does this foundation look?
You made it through the rain.
I made it through the rain. I have oily skin, and I've had this on since 1:30 in the afternoon. So tell me.
Pretty good.
Pretty good, huh? Keep in mind it's storming outside. What do you see? Is it creasing?
It's creasing.
It's definitely not a 24-hour foundation.
It's definitely not.
But it's a long-wearing foundation.
MAC HD Pro Long.
No, it's not. It's not this, which is what he swears by, but who recommended this to you?
Jesus.
Get out of here.
Like a bag of Skittles. I was preparing for you to ask me the question. I didn't prepare.
How does my foundation look? I actually already asked him this question like 40 minutes ago, and what was your response?
It looked like you just put it on.
Thank you very much.
How'd I do?
We love this foundation. I love this foundation. That's a nice shirt you're wearing. It's a nice shirt you're wearing.
Is it see-through?
As of now, I actually really do like this foundation. I like the consistency of this foundation. I do not like it, however, to conceal. I will tell you guys that much. As a concealer, it definitely creases a lot. It seeps into those creases. It seeps into those fine lines. Like, it kind of almost emphasizes your creases under your eyes because it is such a creamy texture. But as a foundation, I actually really liked it. I did not get a contour shade because the Walgreens that I picked this up at did not have a contour shade for me. It was actually stripped down to the bones. I'm actually really happy I got 2 shades that kind of actually did work on me. Other than that, now I guess we can move on to my actual final thoughts. So I actually really like this foundation. I was impressed by it because I am just so skeptical with foundations like this. Like I've mentioned before, there's only one foundation I've ever tried that I actually liked, and it's from Sephora. But I've always been on the hunt for a good drugstore stick foundation, and I think I found it with this. I actually really do like everything. I like the packaging. I think the packaging reminds me a lot of Makeup Forever. I think the packaging is really nice. I think it's awesome to travel with. I do wish the tones were a little better, but I really like how this foundation actually wears. I was so surprised because, as you saw in the video, it was actually storming the day that I wore it. All day it was actually storming, so rain was kind of, even though I was walking and kind of looking down so the rain wouldn't hit my face, you know how when the wind is blowing it somehow gets to you? So there was wind, there was water. I'm oily skin. I did so so much that day, and yet the foundation still wore beautifully for as long as it wore. I wore it from 1 o'clock in the afternoon to about 10 o'clock at night was when I took it off. I really liked the way it looked everywhere else, but it did start breaking up a little bit on my forehead and right here. So do I think it's a 24-hour foundation? No. But do I think it's a nice long wearing foundation for maybe the 4 to 6 hour mark? Yes, I do. And I just love that we have an option now that I can recommend to you that is a good stick foundation in the drugstore. As for the primer, I think the primer is really good too. I actually really like the primer. It's not silicone-y. It feels really good. It's definitely not hydrating. It can be a little drying, but I do like the primer. I've continuously been using the primer and I like the primer. I am going to keep testing these out and wearing them. Like I said, I'm going to wear them today and see how they look and all that stuff. But I actually really do like the way this foundation lays, guys. I think there's something about it. So I approve of it for a long wearing stick foundation. Not a long wearing 24-hour foundation. So there you guys have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I'm so sorry about that freaking snafu that happened. Like, that's still so irritating to me. But it is what it is. I still wanted to save this. I still wanted to somehow salvage this video. I'm gonna try and let that never, ever, ever happen again. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next one.